guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com is the American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand knitting. We're located in Holland, Michigan, so if you're visiting this town or live in Holland or nearby, please feel free to stop in our office. We're allowed to see our customers here. So today we will be making a winter blanket, and I will be using our white chunky chenille, cloud, charcoal gray, and marble. So combination of these 4 colors will create a beautiful blanket, and the pattern will be with the border around of the blanket. This pattern I created for our Christmas blanket. The video for that blanket is on our YouTube channel, and the description of what I will be making today will be underneath the video. So if you have any issues, go there. I will write what row, how many stitches of each color need to be made to make it easier. And now let me show you how this blanket looks laying on the couch. Okay guys, let me show you the blanket when it's laying on the couch. So here it is. It's laying on the couch, and you can see this combination of cloud, charcoal gray, marble, and white. Looking really beautiful, and that's why I'm calling it a winter blanket, because it kind of this winter blues. So that's how it looks like, and that's how you can make it look when you finish it. Okay guys, so this is my blanket. It's a big blanket. It's about 46-47 inches wide. And you can see that here I started with just simple knitting stitch, and then I created this border, as I said in my video preview video. I created this pattern for my Christmas blanket, so now this is the winter blanket. So here we have 5 stitches that creates this big border, and here we have 6 rows, 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows. Before we start this charcoal gray, then we will move to marble color, a beautiful marble, and then we will making it in simple stitch, and then we're moving to white and a pearl, then again marble and a knitting stitch, and then I'm also continuing with white and pearl and more marble and knit, and charcoal gray and pearl, and then 6 rows of cloud. That creates this beautiful border all the way around. So this big blanket is really big, so what I will be showing you how to make it in a baby size, just to show you how this pattern works. The description of this pattern will be underneath the video, so you can just go and read if you need to read the pattern. So here we are starting with 15 stitches for the baby blanket. Okay, so this is your yarn, working yarn and tail. Working yarn goes on the top. Insert your hand, grab working yarn, pull it out. So here we are. Leave it a little bit loose over here. Don't pull it really tight, because when we create the chain, we will then pull it toward the blanket to create nice edge. So now we insert our hand, grab this working yarn and pull it out. This is our second stitch. We will push it on the bottom, and we will be knitting or making another stitch by pulling yarn out. So 3, 4, 5. The reason I am pressing the yarn on the previous stitch, because this will keep it in the same size you made it. Because if you don't press it here, see, you're inserting your hand and the stitch becoming the size you don't want it to be. So you need to press it to have them all of the same size. So we are knitting, casting on 15 stitches. It will be our baby size, just to show you how to make this pattern. Let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5. So 15 stitches, guys. So turn it on another side, flip it, and then we will start knitting. We're flipping it because this way we will have this beautiful chain on the bottom. Here is the blanket. See, we have this beautiful chain, and this is because we flipped the bottom of the blanket. So now this is the first stitch, and I'm going from my D-knees, inserting my fingers, my hand, grab working yarn and pull it out. This is my first stitch. Now we will be using these little bumps in the middle, not the top or bottom of the stitch, this little middle part of the stitch. So insert your finger, grab working yarn and pull it out. We have now 2 stitches, and now we will be knitting the first row or pulling out the first row of the stitches. And please don't call them loops. They're not loops, they're stitches. If you're knitting, it's stitches. So, and here we are. We're supposed to have 15 stitches. When we are done, I will show you what we will be doing with this last stitch that we had the loose part of it. See over here, we just pull it here, and now we finish this edge, and it will not be loose on this side. Okay, so here we are. So now we are knitting 6 rows, guys. Okay, I will be knitting the same amount as for the big blanket, as I showed you. Here we have 6 rows, and then we will start our pattern. Okay, so you're simply taking the stitch and pulling it through the previous stitch. It's a simple knitting stitch. It's very easy. So here we are knitting this last stitch, and we are not starting this row. We will start skipping the stitch. Okay, skip the first stitch on each row. That will give you a beautiful chain. It will not be so you're just leaving the stitch and you're going into the second one. It's very simple, but make sure you're knitting that stitch when it's last on the row. So here I will show you one more time. You're knitting your row, and make sure you're knitting the last stitch, and then when you're starting the new row, you're just skipping it here. You can make it a little bit bigger than this one because it will be covering for 2 rows, and then you go inside the second stitch. So now I will be knitting 6 rows, and then I will come back and I will show you what to do next. Okay, guys, we have 6 rows, the same as in this blanket, and on this blanket I'm knitting 5 stitches to make this big border, because this is a big blanket, as I said, 46 inches wide. This is a small baby blanket. It's 15 stitches, and it's 24, maybe 25 inches as the baby blanket should be. So on this guy, we will be knitting only 4 stitches here, and we're skipping the first one. See how beautiful chain is forming. So we're knitting 2, 3, 4, and then we will be knitting 4 on this side to create the border, and we will be creating pattern on this 7 stitches. So I'm taking my charcoal gray, and I am placing it in front of me because I will now have a few skeins in front of me. Okay, so I will connect the yarn by making a simple knot to connect it on the back. Okay, like this. So here we are, I am not using burning method here because we will be using Intarsia method here, okay? So here we are, we connected it. Cloud color is staying on the right because that's where it will be. That's where our cloud skein will be sitting. And this charcoal gray will be sitting here in the middle. And we will need one more cloud skein, which will be sitting here on the left. Because that's how Intarsia method work. You're using a few skeins at the same time. So here we are. We're having ready our next cloud, second cloud. Okay, here we are. It's a little bit unlined here. So we have cloud, cloud, and charcoal gray. So this one is sitting here for now. So what do we do now? Because we will be having our charcoal gray knitted in purl stitch, we first need to knit these 7 stitches, guys. If we directly purl the stitch, it will have this connection side. And if you want, it's actually looking kind of cool. You can do it this way. I like it to be a clean change of color. So I will knit this 7 stitches of charcoal gray. Here we are, and then next row we will be purling them. So here our cloud color. We'll do the same. We will simply make a knot like that to attach it. Then we will weave it in on the back. So see, we connected it, and now we are knitting our 4 cloud. Okay, here we are. So we have 2 different colors, we have 3 different skeins, and that's how we will be knitting. So now we are knitting this in cloud color. We are skipping our first stitch and knitting 3. And here we're Intarsia method will start here. So what are you doing? You're taking this yarn and then you're grabbing your middle yarn, which is charcoal gray, and you're making a little cross over here, see? Cross like that. And this way the yarn is crossed on the back. You pull it, that stitches would be close to each other, and then we are purling our next row of charcoal gray. So purl goes on the top, push the stitch through, and that's how we are making our purl stitches for our charcoal gray color. Okay, here we are. We made 7 charcoal gray purl stitches. You see that the row that was knitted is not even seen, it's hiding behind. And now we're doing the same, guys. You're taking this color, you're inserting your hand underneath, grabbing the yarn, the skein of the yarn on the right, and pulling it out. And now you just created this cross again. Just pull it, that the stitches would be close to each other as possible, as close as possible. And then this is knitted stitches here on the in the cloud color, and you're simply knitting this 4. And now we're going back doing the same. So we are skipping the first, creating this beautiful chain, knitting 2, 3, and 4, and doing the same only in the opposite direction. Lift this yarn that we're using, insert your hand, grab the other yarn, pull it out, and put it back. And now we just created the same cross with the yarn over here. See, it's crossed in between each other, and it's perfectly connected. And now we are purling this next 7 stitches, and in the big blanket it's 10 stitches, Actually, it's 27 minus 12, so it's 15 stitches in the middle. So here we do for the big blanket. Again, this description will be underneath the video. Again, lift this yarn, grab the other yarn, pull it, and crisscross. So you just create another crisscross. And now we are knitting this 4 cloud color. Okay, so that's what I will be doing, guys, and I will be, for the big blanket, I made the half skein of charcoal gray. Okay, for this is just a sample. So for this guy, I will be just showing you how to switch to another color, because depending on the size of the blanket you're making, you can make as many rows of any colors as you want. So here we are. Lift the yarn, grab the yarn and pull it here and create a X. Okay, but I am changing this color to marble because I want you to I want to show you how I connect it. So here we are. I'm taking my marble and I am cutting this charcoal gray. If I find my scissors, they over here on the floor. Okay, so I'm cutting it close to the stitch and I'm leaving it here, and I will not need it until the last change of color. And now I am connecting it with the marble with simple burning method. So this one is burning and then connected to this one. Here we go. Pull it, push it toward each other, then wait for a few seconds until it's not too hot, and then rub it together. And that's how you will connect the second color, okay? And now we will remove this charcoal gray guy, and we will use our marble. And for this one, we need to make sure that there is a crisscross. See, there is no crisscross now. Yarn goes underneath and out. I have a cross. And as I showed you in my big blanket, the charcoal gray was in purl stitch. This marble section will be in the knit stitch. And if you're using different colors, but you still need to do the same to keep this pattern. This needs to be purled, knitted, next color purled, knitted. It's always the next color will be different stitch. Okay, so here we are knitting this 7 stitches with our marble. So make sure you count the stitches, because when you're purling stitches, they're kind of hiding on the back and it's really easy to lose them. So make sure you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now going underneath, grabbing yarn, pulling it out, making a cross between two yarns, colors of the yarn, and then make this border. And that's pretty much the whole pattern, guys. Okay, so now I will be knitting. So we had here only 2 rows of charcoal gray, but one was underneath in a knitted stitch, so you will need to have the same amount. So if you're knitting 3, you will need to have 3 of the next color. Then after 3 rows, you will switch it to the white if you're using our colors. So just make sure you're making the same number of rows. So here we have, it's how you calculate it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here you're calculating stitches, the chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you know that it's one more, but there was one over here underneath which was knitted. So it's 7, 7. Then you are switching and you're making 1 knitted again, and then 6 of the purled. So this is the pattern, guys. This is how it works. Again, there is a description underneath the video. So I'm telling you, or I wrote how many rows, how many stitches for this big blanket. And we have 2 charcoal gray strings here, or colors, and we have 1, 2, and 3 in marble, and 1, 2 in white. I love this color combination. That's why I'm calling it winter, because it's this color combo that kind of makes it look wintry. So anyway, when you are done, you will need to finish the blanket, to cast off, and you will need to actually make the 6 rows at the top of the blanket. So when you're done with your charcoal gray on the top, you will simply knit all rows over here, and then you will need to knit 6, the same as on the bottom, and then cast off to connect these tails on the back. So this blanket, by the way, can be used on the other side. It looks very different, but it looks kind of cool. So how to connect it? I'm going underneath with the stitch to create a little piece left over here, and then I'm using the lighter. I am burning the end, and then I'm connecting it to any stitch like that, and that's how you connect the end of the yarn on the other side. So here we are, one more I will show you here. See, there is one in cloud color, so you need to hide it underneath any stitch to make it really small, and then you are burning the end of it, and then you're simply attaching it to any stitch. Hold it, just try not to burn yourself, and that's how it's done. Look how it's nice and beautifully connected. So anyway, make this beautiful winter blanket, and please, if you are sharing this pattern on your social media, please tag BeCozi. I am really happy to see when you're using my patterns. This yarn is available at BeCozi.net and BeCozi.com. Go get some yarn and make this beautiful blanket. Stay warm and be cozy. Hey guys, Larissa with BeCozi.net is here. So good news, guys, my second book is officially published. I called it Hand Knitting 102 because my original book, Hand Knitting, was released and published in 2001, 4 years ago. So this is my first book, this is my second book. Both are ready and available to purchase on our website, BeCozi.net. Link is underneath the video. And this one is available on Amazon. This one is going to be available on Amazon next week. So you can purchase both of them either at Amazon with Prime or at our website, BeCozi.net. Go get this amazing book. It's the only book on hand knitting on the craft market from the creator of hand knitting style, me. Thank you.